So we have gone through step number 1, step number 2. Step number 3, bleeding. We keep insisting that each step must follow as quickly as possible after the previous step, because we realize the importance of the sealer's safety in the process. Imagine that you are with a hakapic on an ice floe. You have destroyed the skull, you have accomplished step 2, you have palpated the skull and it's completely crushed. You're still in a relatively small ice floe. The boat is right nearby. I believe that in the interest of the safety of the sealer, it is appropriate that he brings the animal right away on the deck of the sealing vessel for it to be bled immediately afterwards. The reason for the bleeding is, again, in the remote possibility that you're at the end of the day, you're tired, maybe step 2 has not been done quite properly, and there may be a portion of the skull that has not been crushed. You want to make sure then that the animal is really completely dead. And the best way to do that is to cut off the blood supply to the brain. Then you can be sure that all parts of the brain will stop functioning within seconds. And the bleeding process is the same as what you use normally for the skinning process, a ventral incision from the jaw down to along the ventral center of the body, and then cut the axillary arteries, which are just the arteries on the armpit, and you cut both arteries and you wait the appropriate amount of time, which can be, the regulations now call for a minute. I've seen the animal bleeding for a much shorter period, to finish bleeding within a much shorter period of time than that. And then you ensure that any flow to the brain has stopped and the animal is dead. And after 1 minute, the animal is ready to be skinned, and then there will never be any opportunity for so-called skinning a live seal.